people. Now those nice people at Hearprotek have sent me a couple of items in the post. Some motorcycle earplugs and some airplane earplugs. Now, full disclosure, they sent me these free of charge, but they're not expensive items, and I'm under no obligation to give them a 5-star rating or any nonsense like that. Not that I would with anything supplied free of charge from the supplier. Anyway, let's get them out and have a look at them. All right, let's have a look at the airplane plugs first. What you get is this nice little case. It's only plastic, but it's kind of a nice small size, and you get 2 earbuds or earplugs with kind of 4 very soft gradients to it, with a kind of little filter in the back. Quite a decent size, and you get a nice little carabiner if you want to use it to hook onto the loop that's on the case outer. So I'm actually not doing any business travel this particular month, but I've got a friend who's going to be flying out on a red eye and coming back in short measure. So I'm going to get feedback from them, and I'll let you know how they get on in terms of the flying, whether they have any earache, whether there's handle strong pressure changes as altitude rises, and whether it shuts out any noise when they're sleeping on the plane overnight. Alright, on the motorcycle earplugs side of things, it comes with 2 sets of earplugs, in actual fact, and there's a kind of medium or large size and a smaller size, and they both have kind of 2 soft neoprene kind of rubberized outer mushrooms, and then I don't know if the camera pick it up, but you've got the filter in there, plus the little arm, which is useful when pulling them in and out your ears. And I've set them in my ears and they feel very comfortable. Obviously I need to go for a ride in them and give you feedback. And then they give you this keychain Hearprotek little canister with a little kind of tiny carabiner on here if you want to hook it onto your jean belt loop or something else so that you don't lose them. Additionally, they also provide this nice kind of rubberized lanyard, and the ends of this just slot over the earplugs themselves. And if I pick another one up again, so they'll slot over that and just sit there so that you can have them on the lanyard. So normally I use custom made earplugs, but I do find when having custom made earplugs, they're very hit and miss. Sometimes, quite often, they end up being very hard and uncomfortable, and they are extremely expensive, whereas these earplugs from Hearprotek, rather US, are very, very affordable. And I've actually tried these a few years ago and I quite liked them. They were pretty quiet, pretty comfortable. So I'm looking forward to trying these again on a ride out that I have planned, and then I'll give you feedback on them. Well, I've used these on a couple of rides now. One of them were quite decent ride out of about 200 miles. And I quite like this little plastic case actually. It's really just a nice small size to throw in a tank bag or a breast pocket. And I've been using the kind of larger size, and I guess a small size might be good for a lady or a teenager. The most men will probably prefer the larger size, and I do think they're quite easy to insert. This bit at the back here with the filter is quite solid, so it's easy to kind of push the soft side into the recess of your ear. And I found it blocks a decent amount of wind noise and overall noise, but lets through sufficient sound from my Cardo intercom. and they're easy to remove with these lugs. I do like the little lugs, so they're easy to, you stop, pull them out, shove them in your little case, and you are good to go. So for the money, I think they're good value. I'll put links in the description of where you can buy them from, and the costs. Well, the costs will be varied, obviously, so have a look at the links to check them out. But yeah, handy little size, better than those just kind of circular tube foam ones for sure. The filters definitely help block out some noise, and yeah, I think for the money, if you don't want to go with whole hog and have some custom ones made at vast expense, yeah, they're pretty much as good as anything, I think, at this this price range, so give them a go. Now, remember how I said I was going to lend these airplane earplugs to my friend who had a red-eye flight? Well, he got back to me and even washed the case by the look of it, as well as the earplugs, and he said that they were a little bit long to put in, but once in situ were very comfortable. They did block out a decent amount of sound. He was able to hear some cabin noise, like when the flight attendant interrupted him for his evening meal, but equally, once it came time to sleep, it shut out a reasonable amount of noise. You didn't notice any variation in air pressure as altitude rose, and he said overall it helped him sleep. And he's not kind of big on wearing earplugs or using earplugs often, but he said that he'd consider buying some, given that they're at a good price point. Probably doesn't fly often enough to justify it, but if he was somebody that flies regularly, he said, yeah, absolutely, I'd buy some. So there we have it. So that's my experience with Hearprotek US earplugs for the airline plugs via a friend, and also the motorcycle plugs. As I say, really for the money, you can't go too far wrong. Not as good as custom earplugs, but you wouldn't expect that. They're not playing in that price point, but way better than the typical kind of yellow tube foam disposable ones, I would say. You can reuse these, obviously wash them as often as you like with just some gentle soap and water, let them air dry, and you're good to go for your next ride. All right, take care.
Hey you, if you want to become one of the Ride On people, don't forget to subscribe. Ride often, ride carefully, ride on.